Hi guys, how you doing? This is Rick Rogers from Doomsday Tank Models. I want to thank you so much. I'm over 200 subscribers now. Last look it was 203. Really appreciate it. You're seeing the worst of me today because, well, I'm still in my pajamas. Happens sometimes. Anyway, so I've been promising you I'll take you through my where I do my airbrush and stuff like that. And what I'm doing is I'm having a hard time. I did a lot of painting yesterday. One of my tanks is pretty much done. I'm just waiting for some of the oil paints and stuff to completely dry for 2 or 3 days, and then I'll clear coat it and be done with it. In the meantime, there was about 6 tanks on my shelf that were driving me nuts because I wanted to show them to you guys, and some of them have a gloss to semi-gloss finish. I never put any flat coat on them. So I am going to do the flat coat today, and I thought while I'm doing that, it's been about a week, let's give you another video. I love doing videos for you guys. This has really been a lot of fun. So thank you for all the views. And thank you. I guess everyone is liking my co-host I have, my friend that just loves Angelo, that just loves all the tanks and stuff like that. When we ever go to Vegas, we shoot guns together and stuff like that. Mostly World War II guns, the MG34, MG42, MP40, MP44. And I've done the M1 and M14. Anyway, sidetracked. We talk a lot of stuff about World War II, politics in general. And he's been wanting to be on the show like a long time, and we're getting close to 1,000 views. I'm really happy. Thank you so much for appreciating that video. So without further ado, this is our laundry room. There's some clothes hanging behind me, so I'm just going to do what's in front of me. But this is one of my drawers. I have some of my stuff from my airbrushes. These are all the tools that I use. I use especially this one to take off the lead component, the tip. And these are, I have backed up storage boxes. For when I finish, I put all the parts in here as they come out of the bath, as I call it. And the bath, what I'm referring to is the ultrasonic cleaner that I have. And I put that in there. It does a really good job, man. You look down in there, there's like little chunks of paint. You can paint all the stuff you want. Take all the stuff, all the paint out of the cup that you want. And this sucker still gets, it's used in it's a dental use for like dentures and stuff like that, and it really gets it out very well if you're ever interested in thinking about it. I recommend it. I like it. I'll never go back. But anyway, so I've got another box out in the garage ready to spray. It's my staging area right now, and these have a gloss, a semi-gloss on them. And I just noticed when I put that flat coat on, boy, they really seem like a shrunk down version of the real thing, and that's, as modelers, I think a lot of us we strive for that. So anyway, this is my sink. I call it, oh well, it's a slop sink, let's just say it. And these are some cleaning supplies I have in here, brushes. These are dental picks. They work really well for cleaning out the front of your airbrush. It gets all the way in the back of the cup. You have to get them exactly like this, the long ones. They have ones that are shorter than that. They will not work well for you. So I have to get ones that look like that from the video that I'm making. So, okay, I'm going to stop this for now and we'll pick it up in the garage. Okay, so now out in the garage. And this is why a lot of times I've got to wait to airbrush, but big pansy, it's just rain. Get out here. Spray paint. Anyway, I'm just going to show you some of the supply stuff that I have and that my setup in the garage. And again, I very rarely spray paint acrylics anymore. Lacquers. It tends to cover better, in my opinion. And that's what I go with now. So just want to show you a few things. This used to be a huge junk drawer, and I cleaned all the crap out of it. I think I talked about it in another video, but I thought I'd give you the visual. I wish I'd taken a picture before and now after, but I've got my latex gloves here. Later on, I'll put this in here. It's the Tamiya, I think it's a Tamiya stand. Anyway, it's a stand. You blast your excess paint and lacquers in here. Keeps the fumes down to a dull roar. And also in here, I've got left side of the bench. I've got extra filters for my Respro mask. I bought this several years ago. Recommendation for someone on another YouTube channel, and they said it's just fine for airbrushing. She did some research on it, and you just there's the filter in there. You just take these caps off and switch them out. Then I'll put a new filter on and wash that in the laundry. Now, this is what I was talking about. Don't throw away things that could be useful. This is pretty much like an eyedropper, and I put some lacquer thinner there, and that's great for putting in the cup right here, which I'll be doing here in a little bit. Now, for bigger things, this is probably not the proper container. It's like a mustard condiment deal, and I had to put some plumber's tape around the threads so it would be sealed. But it'll do for now until I find a better container. One shopping trip away from solving that problem. I'm going to be using the VMS products again. It's a top coat. It is a matte, and I'll be using that. And this is just one of my 6 subjects I'll be doing. I figure if I do one, I might as well pick out as many as I can, so I got 6 going. I believe this is a semi-gloss, and you can kind of see the sheen right there. It should be flat, and it does look more impressive, in my opinion, for armor to be flat. You'll probably see them in museums as a semi-gloss sometimes. Depends on the proprietor. That is up to them. They're paying to have those things restored and displayed. I'm not going to criticize it all. It's up to them. I just prefer, for the replicas that we build, the models, that, I don't know, a flat coat looks better. That's just me. So I've been shaking this stuff. You're supposed to shake this stuff for 30 seconds, which I did already. And I'm gonna put some in the cup here. And always do a test spray, or at least I do. Just make sure it's flowing okay. And then make sure I got this on, which I do. I got the dial, I believe it, yeah, a little over 40. And just because it's this stuff is really thick, you think, how can you airbrush that without thinning it? But you can. One thing that helps too is to take off the cap, which I sometimes forget to do, and I get some tip buildup. So I'm really hoping, I'm just going to spray a little bit, and this is why you test something's clogging it. So I got to stop this, and I'll pick it up in just a minute. Okay, back at it. You know what? It helps when you turn on your air compressor. So I thought I had a full tank in the reserve. I built up and put it in reserve, but apparently I didn't do that. So anyway, after doing that, hopefully now I could just show you a little bit. And this VMS stuff is a very good product. You gotta spray it really wet, probably more wet than you're used to for a coat, for a varnish, excuse me. Oh, mess with English language sometimes, right? Anyway, you gotta spray it very wet, and it does normalize, and it does level. See how wet I'm getting that. I'm just going to add a little more to the cup. always. And we're back at it to do this side. Now, let's let you know on this, I did remember to take off the front cap, and that it does give you more, shall we say, ventilation for the product to come out without any problems. And why make it hard on yourself? Make it easier on yourself. You'll see that's a really wet coat, and it's going to normalize. And it's going to be a nice flat. And when this dries, I'll show it to you again. And we'll get back to you on this, okay? All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, that was a lot of fun. Ended up doing varnishing 6 models, and I got them all nice and flattened out. I've got them over here drying. Go. The reason the wrench is in there because I had that turret underneath. I got a magnet on it, and that's how I sprayed it. So I'm gonna let these dry overnight. There's no hurry. This is the one you saw, the test subject. As you can see, at least it seems like to me, all the semi-gloss is done. We have a nice flat. I think it brings out the cam a little better, and this was an experimental one. Not completely happy with it, but I'm not unhappy with it. And I think it makes it look a lot better to do stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour of my humble facilities for airbrushing. And, you know, it's not a bad setup. I just have to go downstairs. And that's part of the reason I have those little box containers with the lid that were formerly salad containers that you buy at Costco, grocery store, anywhere. But they really work to keep the dust off it to and from, in between when they're drying out and when you're not working, and then go back to work on them. It keeps the dust off of them. I'm a big keep the dust off a thing kind of guy. I want to show you that painting box. My wife covered it for me in camo. I love it. Shows so many nice things for that. My compressor box down there. Shows so many nice things for me. I don't know what I do to deserve it. I really don't. I think she's slumming it, and it's just a matter of time before she replaces me, but who knows? We'll keep a good thought. So again, I want to thank you for all the new subscribers. While filming this, I haven't looked, but I was at 203 subscribers. I think I might have mentioned that before, but just in case. And if you're new here and you like what you see, please like and subscribe to my channel. I like to really grow it. And I'm really pleasantly surprised with a short amount of time. I think I started in November. And right now I've got 203 for a hobby channel. For a guy just still cutting his teeth, doing this stuff. I don't think that's too bad, and I'm very grateful for all of you. And those that have written, I've tried to reach right back to everybody, and I appreciate your comments, and they've all been very kind, and I really appreciate it. Keeps me going. I'll be doing this about once a week. Sometimes I put one out after a third day because I just can't stand it, because I got an idea in my head and I just got to do it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this installment. I'm really happy that you liked the previous video with my friend Angelo. That was a lot of fun, and it was good to see his tank again, because I really miss it. But I'm glad he likes it. And it's hard for a modeler. Maybe it's just hard for me, but I think it's hard for a modeler, even when you do commission work, which that was his Christmas present. So that was the commission. It's just still hard, I mean, especially when you like, it seems like the results you have are probably the best you do for someone else. And it's like, dang, I want that in my collection. But, you know, it really feels good when someone wants a sample of your work in their home. And I just can't say no. I can't do it. So anyway, I'm babbling. Thank you very much for viewing my my videos, and I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.